네, 안녕하세요. 오늘 같은 경우에는 라울팔 영상을 준비해봤습니다. 인터뷰 영상이고요. 라울팔 같은 경우에는 잘 아시는 분들은 아실 테지만 제 시청자분들은 아마 모르실 거라고 생각을 해요. 저 같은 경우에는 인물이 어떤 말을 했다든지 그런 인용을 잘 사용하지 않는 편에 해당하기도 하고요. 그래서 간단하게 인물 소개만 하고 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 예전에는 골드만삭스의 몸을 담기도 했었고요. 08년도 같은 경우에는 서브프라임 모기지 사태 예측을 한 사람이기도 합니다. 그리고 현재 같은 경우에는 리얼비전에 몸담고 있고 14년도부터 공동 설립자 또는 CEO로서 몸을 담고 있는 편입니다. 그리고 암호화폐 계열에서는 저는 두 가지로 좀 정리를 해봤는데, 첫 번째 적혀져 있는 말이 비트코인보다 이더리움을 선호한다라고 적혀져 있는데, 예전에 이런 말을 한 적이 있습니다. 비트코인 맥시멀리스트, 이 사람들의 폐쇄성이랑 갖고 있는 그런 조직적인 문화에 대해서 자기는 불호다, 난 차라리 이더가 낫다라고 말을 한 적이 있어서 저는 이렇게 적어봤습니다. 그리고 오늘 영상도 이더리움에 대한 영상이라서 참고해 주시면서 좀 객관적으로 봐주시면 좋겠고요. 최근에는 NFT랑 웹3를 밀고 있습니다. 그래서 리얼비전 크립토 유튜브를 들어가 보면은 어떤 것들을 밀고 있는지 확연히 한눈에 볼 수가 있습니다. 그래서 지금부터 영상을 시작하도록 하겠습니다.
I am agnostic to who wins. I don't care. All I do is look at the chains and think, okay, I want to allocate capital. What ecosystem do I want to allocate to right now? What has the best risk-adjusted returns? So there are going to be several projects that do much better than Ethereum and will do really well. I actually think Solana will do better than Ethereum, possibly. I'm saying it has observable network effects beyond any other token ecosystem. The number of use cases, the applications, the number of wallet addresses, the kind of velocity of money, okay, that's amazing. So Ethereum is really special there. But staking is even more special. Another thing the US might try and crack down on. Brian Armstrong was worried about this. But staking is really special, and most people don't understand it because most people don't come from finance. Staking, as we know, you get given a yield if you stake crypto. And if you do it in Ethereum, what you're doing is you have to stake for a year if you're going to do it yourself, or if not, use Lido or Rocket Pool or whatever. And you've got a liquidity mismatch there because they're providing short-term liquidity in staking when it doesn't actually exist. So we know that these things can go wrong. Not saying that they will, but they could. So I won't do that. But this Shanghai fork means that liquidity is available to any staker at any time. What does that do? That creates a money market curve for Ethereum, which is like, people use CDs and they use 2-year bonds and they use this. This is what we're going to create. And that means you have financial liquidity to build things on top of, or you're incentivized to keep your money and stake it because you know you can get it back at any time, as opposed to some arbitrary date in a year's time when you don't know what the crypto market's going to look like. So I'm going to stake my stuff if I can then. And particularly if I can do it myself, which might be a little more difficult to do, but it's in my control. Nobody can default on me. It's in the smart contract, and I'm going to get my money. So this is a very, very big innovation for what can be built on top of Ethereum. It's also a very, very important mechanism to what Ethereum has created, which is it now has this burning mechanism that is making it scarcer in supply. And we've seen that just coming off the bear market lows, the early stages of spring, the first shoots, the bloody thing went negative issuance already, deflationary. I'm like, huh. And right now, there's only 16% of all ETH is staked. And if you think of staked ETH as taken off the market that nobody can use for derivatives or anything else, right? So you can't create, financial products out of it. Well, all the other big ecosystems like Solana and stuff have up to 40 to 60% staking. So let's assume Ethereum gets to 40%, 35%. So doubling at least of the number of people who've taken Ethereum out of supply. And imagine that's happening in the spring going to summer. There ain't any ETH. This is a problem. I think it may be such a problem in a bull market that it's either going to force massive upside volatility spikes that become kind of unmanageable. Or if it does drive up fees so much, then obviously it bleeds into the layer twos. But they too consume ETH. So it's still circular. Yes, they consume less ETH. So it's a very interesting situation. So that's why I'm very, very bullish on ETH overall. I just think it's the most vibrant, deepest, broadest ecosystem with the most institutional style adoption, the most that people understand. And let's face it, there is only one money on the internet, and it's not Bitcoin. The money of the internet is Ethereum. It is the only ecosystem where we quote prices in a foreign currency. Now, what was hilarious today, there was a tweet out about the new Bitcoin NFTs, and they're like, they are 1 point whatever Bitcoin brackets X number of ETH. I found that hilarious because ETH is the money of the internet. Now, I don't think it's going to lose that. But that, again, doesn't mean it's the best performer, because we're going to push use cases elsewhere for innovation. We've got things like SUI coming. Aptos hasn't fully been utilized yet. We need to see the network effects. Solana, I think they're aiming for the broadest adoption by making it a consumer-friendly place, to onboard normies. Okay, that's very powerful. If they get that right, then, and their work with people like Meta and stuff like that, Instagram, is very interesting. That's super amazing. Polygon, okay, amazing group. What are they doing? They're onboarding a lot of people. They've got a lot of throughput. Super interesting. SUI hasn't even come onto the market yet, and that is faster, incredible team, stuff like that. So there's a lot going on here. But ETH is the easiest way because it's probably got the least risk. But I don't know how to approach it because I don't know how to measure the network effects in terms of, because we don't know how it works really yet, because it generates so much less fees, so you need so much more transaction volume to generate the network value. Bitcoin's network value is less throughput, higher transaction values, right? That's why Bitcoin is still the most dominant chain. I don't think that will last because of the dynamics of ETH. And again, that's no diss against Bitcoin. They're just different things. So I don't know how to value the layer twos. So I'm watching them with interest, and I got a bit of cash in them. And I'm sure I'll FOMO into something at the wrong point at some point. I think their marketing team is better, right? The game of network adoption is also attention. And they've just done a better job at getting attention. They understood that doing a deal with Google, which actually meant nothing, actually got them headlines everywhere that they've done deals with Google. They did one with Disney too. They're not doing anything really with Disney. But, Matic, Disney. Narratives are what wins in this game. And that's one of the reasons Bitcoin has kind of not outperformed in this down cycle, is because it's lost its narrative. It became much more insular. So that insular narrative is, you have to eat steak, do nothing but stack sats, and have this lifestyle of complete nothingness. It's not appealing to that many people. So it's less vibrant. It's interesting. So, because these are all memes as well as technology, but it's memes that drive the adoption. And then as people join it, they start creating use cases. I don't know. I always get, there was no upside to price predictions because your face gets rubbed in it. They cut this clip out and then say, look at you, you're a fucking moron. So, I just hate doing it, but, I don't see any reason why it's not above 10,000. I see no reason at all why it's not above 10,000. So, that's a decent upside from here.
그래서 영상을 제가 짧게 정리를 해봤는데, 일단은 이더리움이 왜 뛰어나고 어떻게 생각을 하는지 영상이었고요. 제가 세 줄로 정리를 해봤어요. 레이어 2가 기술적으로는 좋을 수 있어도, 여기에 적혀져 있는 이더리움 외에 이더리움보다 좀 개선된 네트워크를 사용하겠다, 그런 프로젝트 또는 코인들이 좋을 수는 있어도 가치적으로는 부족하다. 예를 들면은 이더리움의 네트워크 수를 압도해서 차라리 폴리곤을 더 쓴다든지, 이더리움보다 더 나은데 사람들이 옮겨간다든지, 그런 현상이 나와야 되지만 지금 현재 상황만 보더라도 그런 건 보이지 않는다. 사람들이 왜 비트코인을 신뢰하고 왜 사용하는지 그것들을 생각해 보면은 가치적으로는 부족하다라고 생각을 한다라고 정리를 해봤고요. 그래서 아까 영상 초반부에 말씀드렸던 이 라울팔의 성격은 비트코인보다는 이더리움을 선호하는 편이고요. 그리고 그 이유로는 맥시멀리스트의 폐쇄성 때문에 이더리움을 선호한다라고 합니다. 과연 우리가 선호해야 되는 게 작은 100%를 알트코인에 전부 뿌려놔야 되냐, 아니면은 큰 비중을 이더리움이나 비트코인에 들고 있어야 되냐, 그런 문제로서 좀 해석을 해봤고요. 저는 당연히 이더리움이나 비트코인을 좀 높게 들고 있는 게 권장된다라고 말씀드리고 싶습니다. 네, 시청 감사드립니다. 제가 최근 영상부터 좀 트렌드를 바꿔서 여러분들이 볼 수 있는 영상의 구조를 좀 변경을 하고 있어요. 그래서 많은 분들이 관심을 가져주셨지만 아직까지 조회수가 올라가지는 않아서 제가 1편 때 한번 약속을 했었죠. 조회수가 몇만 회를 뛰어넘으면은 제 지인들 인터뷰를 섭외해서 가져보겠다라고 말씀드렸는데 아직까지는 부족한 것 같습니다. 그래도 계속 할 테니까 이 영상들 잘 따라와 주시고요. 또 마지막으로 고정 댓글에는 투자를 하시면서 도움을 받아가실 수 있는 텔레그램 채널이 소개가 됩니다. 그래서 당연히 무료로 제공해 드리고 있으니까 많은 관심 가져가 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 오늘도 편경장이었습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 목소리가 어째 좀 낫는 것 같죠? 이번 주에 정상 복귀하도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.